Hi everybody, it's Tammy
This is Ron.
from Winky World Adventures, and we're here today to talk about our 5 likes
And 5 dislikes.
from our cruise to Alaska on the Majestic Princess. Okay, our first like on the Majestic Princess was the food. We were really impressed by the food, the different kinds of food that they had, and also the quality. We were really impressed. So much of it was free and complimentary too, because we don't usually do a lot of specialty restaurants. We try to live cheaply, obviously, as minimalists.
Yep.
So we look for the good deals, and we were impressed that so much of it was free. They have 3 main dining rooms that you can choose from on the Majestic Princess. So we tried out each one, and you know, they serve the same menus, but it was very good.
Good, with
Varied
quality food.
Yeah. And I thought everything was seasoned well. I can't think of one thing that I didn't like that I had.
Right. And they always come back and say everything okay, and you're okay, and if you want some more, or
The service was amazing
really
too.
good.
Yeah.
They do a good job on service.
Very good. And then they also have an international cafe there where you can go. It's right as kind of the main atrium area,
A coffee.
what they call the
coffee.
Piaza. And it's a coffee shop. Obviously, you have to pay for the specialty coffees if you don't have the drink package. But they have, most of the food there is included.
Yep.
So that's a nice place to go.
Yeah, that's really good too. I would impress with that.
And then also there's a couple of venues right near the main pool that are also included. So both of the other free venues there are on the Lido deck right by the main pool, and one of them is called the Chopsticks Noodle Bar, and they have great soups and different kind of noodle dishes, and then also the Burger and Lobster Grill.
Yep.
So if you just want a good burger, that's a good place to go.
Right.
So, and in addition, on our cruise, we also got to have free pizza and Alfredos. Now, I know they've changed this up just recently so that you only get the free pizza there if you are doing the Princess Plus program. I'm going to talk a little bit about that at the end of the video, but we were able to enjoy the pizza. It was a little thicker than what we liked, but you know, it was pretty good.
I was like really thin, crisp pizza.
Crust, yeah.
And then you can taste all the flavors on top of the pizza. So,
Right,
so where I
yeah.
am. But it's still
Everybody's
good pizza.
different, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were really happy too with the Marketplace buffet, which was on the Lido deck, right?
That was really good.
We ate there several times for more just a casual meal when we weren't really in the mood to go to the dining room. And they had a lot of different kinds of ethnic foods. Every day it was like a Mexican or Italian, something. They'd change it up.
It's all good food. You know, they had Italian, they had Greek, they had Mexican, they had American food. Pretty much different countries.
Every day.
It's just every day, and it was good food. I was pretty impressed.
I was pleased. I've had other ships that we weren't so pleased with.
Yeah.
so it was good overall. And also they have this area in the middle. They call it the bakery area. It's kind of where they have pastries, just a lot of desserts at certain times of the day. And then also in the breakfast, they have all kinds of different rolls and goodies that you can get.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I have to say that Princess did a really good job on the food. I'm pretty impressed with it. So.
And one other thing, we tried the tea time, and that's free
that's
too.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of fun. I had never been to a tea time before.
It was kind of fun.
So, just to get to try some different, kind of like an English tea, the roll sandwiches and little desserts and things.
Yep.
So that was good.
And tea, of course.
Right. Okay, our second like from the Majestic Princess was a new restaurant that we tried out called The Catch by Rudy. Now, I know I just got done saying we don't usually eat at specialty restaurants because they're kind of spendy, but we decided to splurge, saved up our pennies, and we ate there.
Yeah.
And we were glad we did, right?
We did, yeah, we're glad.
It was so good. The food was phenomenal. I'll put a couple of pictures here so you can kind of see. And if you want to see more about what we ate and what have you, go back and watch our video on that. The food was just amazing, and it was worth it. Worth the extra upcharge.
Yeah, it was the first time they opened that restaurant, so we wanted to try it.
Yes. And they do take reservations ahead of time. Obviously for that, it's a really popular one. So if you're going on there, you probably will want to do that. Make the reservations in the app ahead of time. Okay, our third like from the Majestic Princess was the ship layout and the decor. The way it was decorated was kind of traditional. It was more of like the browns and what have you. It's more of our style, and we loved the way they had the piazza when you walked in. It was just gorgeous, the way it was all decorated and everything.
Put the welcome sign, and then pretty.
Yeah, and the ship was easy to navigate.
Yeah, pretty easy.
We thought good signage everywhere on where to go and what have you. I think there was only one dining room that we had a little trouble finding one night, but other than that, it was
not too bad.
Easy to get around. Right. You know, it wasn't a huge ship.
No.
Which was nice because we've been we went on the Carnival Mardi Gras and what have you. Those are a little bigger. Yeah. And so this was pretty easy to find our way around.
Right.
Okay, our fourth like from the Majestic Princess was a very specific area of the ship that we just loved. Right. We just got done talking about how we liked the layout of the ship. Well, this is right on the Lido deck, on the very aft of the ship, outside the Marketplace Buffet. And it's looking out the aft of the ship, and it's called the Wake View Bar. But they have a lot of different tables there you can sit at, and the view is amazing.
Right. And we like that because you can see big, huge view, and then you can see the whales swimming out there. And the bars in the back. It's easy to get at. It's not crowded. You have to take too long to get in there.
Yeah. It was never crowded, right?
Never crowded.
I mean, we never had a problem finding a table there.
Right. The only thing is you don't have a pool back there, but anyway, I just love that area.
It's right off the buffet if you get hungry or want to have a snack while you're sitting there. Yeah. But if you don't have a balcony, I mean, which we did not, this is a great place to come to see views. Whether you're in Alaska or Australia, wherever you might be, you can go there and really enjoy the views.
Right.
Okay, our fifth like from the Majestic Princess cruise was the different educational programming and seminars that they had on board. We were so impressed. Of course, we were going to Alaska, so we really wanted to know all we could about what we were going to see. They had a seminar on whales,
and about the glaciers.
And then, like the day we went into Glacier Bay, they had all day narration of what we were seeing as we entered Glacier Bay.
Right.
In 2014, there was a 5.3 earthquake right underneath us. This was the epicenter. It severed the internet cable. There's an internet cable that goes underneath us all the way to Haines and Skagway. Well, it severed that cable. Took them 3 days to repair it, but the whales disappeared.
And then they actually had rangers come on board to give presentations about different things about Glacier Bay and what have you at different areas. It was just really great. And they had like a young ranger program there, and they could answer questions. It was just, we thought it was awesome.
Yeah, very educational. A lot to learn. So we liked it.
Yeah, and I mean, the cruise ships still had the normal kinds of entertainment, a lot of game shows and all trivia, you name it. But we thought it was nice to have that educational aspect as well, to learn about where you're going. And I think they do that with all their cruises, no matter where they go. So it was really great. Okay, now we're moving on to the
dislikes.
Okay, and we almost hate to talk about the dislikes because there's so many good things on this cruise. We could have gone on and on about the likes. I could have probably had 10 or 15 likes. But anyway, we had to come up with a few things maybe we didn't like that great. Okay, our first one is our transfers that we had. We were up in Anchorage. We traveled south. So we started at near Anchorage, which you have to get to the actual port in Whittier, Alaska. And then we traveled down south to Vancouver. So we needed to find a way to transfer over to Whittier. which was no problem. We went through the cruise line, but the problem being that we had a rental car. So we just returned our rental car because we were there a day early and went straight to the airport. So we weren't sure how long we were going to have to wait. You have to get a ticket.
Yep, we didn't know what was going on.
And we weren't alone. There were many other people there that were waiting. Some people had gone downtown. There's a site down there where you can wait for the tour buses too, but you have to get there super early in the morning to get in line for these groups that they give you the card for. And they were already out of tickets, the people we talked to, so then they had to come to the airport. And it was just a fiasco. And then we waited several hours.
Yep, we got our card. We waited for several hours until we get out and the bus.
And then we had to travel more. Now the bus ride itself was great. We enjoyed that and seeing the scenery, and it was all great driver who told us what we were seeing and narrating.
Nice scenery.
I think the most predictable thing about our wildlife is their unpredictability. So sure as shooting, if I mention that, hey, look over here, there's a chance that you might see something, I can almost guarantee that you will not, because I have told you to look that way.
But the transfer itself, we thought could have been better organized. They should have had more buses.
And they should have told a lot of people about it. We didn't know. They should have
communication,
information about it.
Yeah, and it should have started earlier in the morning, because by the time we got there, it was almost dinner time, and we had to rush to get to our dinner reservation. So anyway, that could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, our second dislike on the Majestic Princess was the fact that the Sailway party was inside the ship. Now, we always like to go to the Sailway party. You know, it's kind of fun. We've been on a lot of Carnival cruises, and this was our first, Princess cruise, obviously. And I know there's other lines that probably do this too, and maybe it's because it was in Alaska, but they had the Sailway party inside the ship. Well,
they usually have it outside on top of the ship.
Yeah, and who wants to be inside watching a Sailway party when you can be outside looking at the amazing, gorgeous scenery in Alaska? I mean, seriously, that's why we went there.
Yeah, stayed on top, so it was beautiful. So we stayed up the top of the boat the whole time. Right?
We did. We didn't see. I think we saw the tail end of the Sailaway party.
Oh, okay.
Just because we were walking by, but
that's right.
The scenery is so amazing. So it would have been nice, I think, if they would have had it outside, so that you kind of could have done both
ways
at the same time. But oh well.
Yeah.
That was our dislike there. Okay, our third dislike was the noise level from the Piazza. Now, the Piazza itself is amazing, and there's so much going on there all the time. Lots of entertainment, what have you, and lots of commotion around, restaurants and things to do and see. But if you're trying to enjoy fine dining, or even just a pizza and Alfredo's, like when we were at the Catch and things, the noise level was just off the charts sometimes.
Noisy. A lot of times we can't
hear each other talk.
Try to talk to each other.
Yeah.
We have to kind of talk louder just to hear us. So.
It was pretty loud, so I don't know if there's anything that can be done there about the noise, but that was a dislike for us. Okay, our fourth dislike is the fact that the shows fill up quickly, and oftentimes there's not enough room for everyone to sit. So they're very popular, obviously. Yep. And if you really want to go and get a good seat there, I would get there at least a half an hour ahead of time, because we thought we had reservations made in the app, and we would get there. No one's really checking in the phones to see, you know, do you have a reservation? No, I think it's like the honor system or something. So we would get there and all the seats would be gone. So make sure you get there early.
Yeah.
And this was true even for some of the educational seminars. You know, I know for one, I think it might have been the whales. We got there and the seats were gone in the theater.
Oh.
And so, but they did have an overflow into the Vista Lounge way on the after the ship where you could go and watch on the screen.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it wasn't quite the same as actually being there, but
Right.
or being able to ask questions,
At
what
least-
have you. But
yeah,
it was,
at least we saw it. so-
yes, we got to see it. But yeah, they are very popular, and you know, that was a dislike for us that really you thought you had a reservation and you didn't.
Yeah,
So, yeah. Okay, our fifth and last dislike on the Majestic Princess was the fact that we didn't really get to see the fountain pool. We've heard great things about the fountain pool, and I'm sure in the warmer climates in the Caribbean, they probably have this going. It's on the Lido deck near the pool area. It's a fountain. It's supposed to have like a little show with colors and what have you in the water. I didn't see it advertised the entire cruise, and we didn't, you know, we were out there quite a bit at night, never saw it. So it was kind of disappointing that we weren't told that ahead of time, I guess, or informed that that wasn't going to be a thing on the Alaska cruise. So
Not a big thing, but
it's not
just
huge,
nice to
but
see.
I was kind of looking forward to
Yeah.
that, I guess, you know. So just be aware of that. You know, an Alaska cruise is different than a regular cruise.
Yeah.
And even like the pool on the Lido deck, it's not going to be open all the time.
Yeah.
And if you do want to go, it's probably going to be pretty cold.
Unless they had a heater in there, we never checked
Yeah.
it. So.
But you know, the hot tubs and stuff are open
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Everybody
so.
likes that. I mean, it's warm, but trying to get it out, it's probably cold.
Yeah.
So
It's just a little different, but they did have
Yeah.
the movies at night and stuff,
Yep.
which I was kind
That
of
was nice.
surprised
That was nice.
by.
Yep. Mm.
You know, and could get a blanket. But anyway, we did miss the fountain. I was kind of looking forward to that. Okay, here's a little bonus that we're kind of throwing in here at the end for a couple other little likes that are not real specific to the Majestic Princess. This is kind of true across the Princess Cruise line.
Yeah.
So that's why we're kind of doing it this way.
yeah,
Because we had never sailed on Princess before,
no,
right?
it was the first time.
And we were really impressed by like the medallions.
Yep.
And the medallion is, you know, on other cruise ships like Carnival, for instance, you get a little card, a plastic card, like a credit card kind of thing, and you use that as your identity and to check in for money purposes and room key and what have you. However, the medallion is kind of taking it up a notch.
Yeah,
You know, and you can get these wristbands for them. They have different necklaces, all kinds of clips and things if you want to purchase that. Otherwise, they give you a lanyard to wear it around your neck. But we were so impressed, like,
yeah,
the
pretty
room.
impressed. When you get right before you got in our room, I say about 10 feet away, the door is open already for you. Just walk right in. You don't have to
Yes.
use your card or anything. That's really nice. I'm pretty impressed with that.
yeah, and it even showed our names on the little
Yep,
screen
on the
outside. Hello,
screen.
Ron and Tammy, and our pictures were there as we came close to the door.
Yeah.
So that was really neat.
Thank you.
And yeah, you can use that to, you know, again, it's a form of payment. It's your, they scan it as you get on and off the ship to
And
go
you
in port.
Use for drinks
and for money,
coffee,
yeah.
and anything.
So,
Pretty
but we
much
really
everything.
liked that. We thought
Yeah.
it was cool. Oh, and you can also scan them on the boards by the elevators. You know, if you're trying to figure out where you're going,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
you can scan your medallion and it'll know who you are right away. You can even make a reservation there if you want to make a restaurant reservation. Or, you know, if you're trying to find your way back to your cabin, you can look that up too. It'll show you exactly where to go on the little map. Okay, the other little bonus one that we really liked, we thought that the Princess Plus program was really a good deal. Now, we are not usually people who like to buy the drink packages because they're not a good deal for us. We don't drink very much. but on this ship, it's different on the Princess ships. because, and right now I think it's $60 a day per person, which might sound like a lot, but this is not just a drink package. This is also paying for the gratuities of, you know, like you normally pay tips on the cruise ship. That's including that. So that's included. And then, of course, the drinks, coffee drinks.
That's included.
Smoothies. They have a juice bar. All the drinks there, you can have as many as you want, are all included.
Yep.
And then you also get 2 premium desserts a day, which I don't, there's no way we could eat 2. We shared one and we were full. That's an option. You can take, I think, 2 fitness classes a day if you want to. And then now they're changing it on Princess. They're starting to charge for room service and things if you don't have the Princess Plus program. So, you know, free room service is a pretty big deal. And you can have your food delivered anywhere on the ship with your medallion. That helps them find you. But that's included in that Princess Plus. Otherwise, you have to pay extra for it. And another thing now, the casual restaurants that are a little upgraded, like Alfredo's Pizza, which is on the Majestic Princess, there's also an extra charge for that now going forward. It's not free anymore if you don't have the Princess Plus program. So, you know, there are enough perks in there where if you figure it out, you also get free internet on 1 device per person, you know, if you're paying the $60 a day. So I guess you could sit there and look at it a la carte and see what you're going to be paying. But for us, it was definitely worth it.
Worth it, yeah.
So we were pretty impressed with that program. Like, we're going on a cruise next week on the MSC, and they don't have that kind of program there.
No.
We're going to be paying extra for each little thing. So we're definitely not doing the drink package there. It wasn't
the first
worth
time
it.
at MSC, so
yeah, and Carnival too. It's just, you know, everything's separate there. But this one, the Princess Plus, had enough stuff included that it was a good deal.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our 5 likes
and 5 dislikes
from our cruise to Alaska on the Majestic Princess. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you got something out of it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us out. We'd really appreciate it. We're Winky World Adventures.
Yep.
And we're Ron and Tammy. And we're going to be going on more cruises in the future, so stay tuned.
Yep.
Thanks. And God bless.